Welcome back to HDtv Health District Television. During 50 years, the standards of public health in Clark County have changed considerably. The district's Stephanie Bethel is here now with the story of how a certain item worn by female dancers protected our water supply. Stephanie?
Thanks, Brian. To understand this story, we need to go back to 1962, the year the then Clark County Health District began. The strip looked very different then, and the resorts all had open lagoons to hold their raw sewage. There was no underground sewage system, so the effluent just collected in individual cesspools at each property. This created a real threat to the aquifers, the washes, and of course Lake Mead. And flash flood season must have been an interesting situation. The brand new Chief Health Officer, Dr. Ravenholt, recognized the potential health and environmental hazards. He began to look for solutions and soon discovered politics, personalities, and yes, money were the key players. Then as now, the strip was in the county, something the city of Las Vegas has often wanted to change over the years. Dr. Ravenholt's concerns for public health and safety represented a noble reason for the City Council in the early 1960s to mount an attempt to annex the strip, since the city already had a sanitation department and the county did not. What the council underestimated, however, was the unique group of casino owners and their truly persuasive arguments. Here's how Dr. Ravenholt saw it.
Well, believe it or not, the hotels, to my understanding, were very concerned that the city had an ordinance that required women dancers to wear pasties. Well, the feature of the strip hotels was that they had topless dance revues, and they mobilized San Juan, the county sewer treatment plant that became the drainage system for the hotels, and is now one of the two that are the principal treatment plants.
So yes, it was pasties, not pollution, that gave rise to what was to become the Clark County Sanitation District. The strip remained in the county, and the casino owners paid for its underground sewage system. The Health District earned a win for public health and environmental protection. The Health District's Environmental Health Division still recognizes the unique needs of Clark County and responds accordingly.
In environmental health, public health, yeah, you have to be flexible. Again, as times change, science changes, and you have to be very cognizant of that, and you have to be willing to reach out to all of our partners, whether it's the citizens, the businesses, even the tourists that come to our community. They're looking for a certain service that we can provide to all, and that's what we have to do. You protect public health, protect the environment, and still try to work with people in a partnership to make for an improved life.
How waste is handled in a responsible way has changed since the Health District's early years and now includes more than just sewage.
We've seen this community grow and expand, not only in population and in buildings, but also in imagination and creativity of what the business plan is. So we have regulations here within Clark County that you won't find in Des Moines, Iowa, or other cities in the country.
Whether it's individual sewage systems or even solid waste illegal dumping, and people going out in the desert and dumping chemicals onto the ground or solid waste could ultimately impact the environment in one way or another. Within solid waste and compliance, I have 5 programs. I have solid waste plan review, I have illegal dumping and waste audit program, I have permitted disposal facility inspection program, underground storage tank inspection program, and individual sewage disposal program.
Illegal dumping continues to be an issue here. People continue to disregard our fragile desert.
Illegal dumping cases, we average about 1,500 a year. People going out in the desert, and a lot of times if we find out who did it, we'll ask them, why'd you do it here? Well, it was convenient, didn't feel like going to the transfer station or taking it to a proper disposal site. It was easier just take it out in the desert and dump it because nobody was going to notice.
The good news is that more people are noticing. Smartphones are everywhere, and illegal dumpers can be caught in the act by residents. The Health District has a system in place so you can provide information about illegal dumping. We encourage you to do so. For your safety, please don't approach the violators yourself. Just take down the information and location and contact the Environmental Health Division.
If somebody gives us a license plate number and they're seeing it out in the desert or wherever, call 759-0600. Or they can even call after hours to the main number, and because we have staff on duty 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have standby duty, and they get a call, they'll respond to it. Under state law, the range of penalties is $500 to $5,000 per day per count. And generally speaking, when we do an investigation and we go forward with a notice of violation, the penalties are, we start at $900, and it's always usually at least two counts, one for illegal dumping and one for operating a disposal site without a permit.
Environmental health is about protecting our food sources, our water, providing adequate and safe shelter, handling our waste materials correctly and not polluting the environment, and then trying to stop any spread of any communicable diseases. So those five basic things that we try to do each and every day, that's a challenge in itself.
Back to Brian for a look at how the food handling business has changed in Southern Nevada.